2K21. What is your favorite mode or favorite thing about NBA 2K21 so far?
I love the new beach. I walked around a little bit, but there's even some coronavirus Easter eggs around the beach, so I love that. And the other
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The traffic in New York City, and with tip-off.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And looking at the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Now here's Irving. This one for 3. Al Horford with the rebound. Outside, Simmons. Out to Harris. Horford the pass to Harris. Here's Simmons. The rebound by the Nets. Irving looking for an opening. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
Now here's Simmons following the miss by Al Horford.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Outside Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Horford. After the made shot from KD. Horford. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Per usual, Big Al carving out outstanding position that helps him get to the ball before anybody else.
Outside Irving. Outside for KD. Outside Irving. Great touch on the 16-footer.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick and his ball handling is so good. Absolutely, virtually impossible.
Now here's Simmons. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And so here is Philadelphia. After the basket by Brooklyn. Simmons inside. Covered by Irving. Richardson kicks to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. Ring shot on the way. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Boy, he's got such outstanding vision for a big guy, and he's a willing passer. He knows the importance of keeping the ball moving.
Irving with the ball. From deep. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
That one falls.
And, you know, this is the area where Simmons is most effective, mainly due to his size and athleticism.
Outside Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Allen slams it in.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
Simmons, the shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Irving for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. What a performance. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example. Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. So here's Burks, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Burks with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Here's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the layup. Embiid's got 6.
This is where Embiid burns you the most. I mean, mainly because of his size and such a soft touch.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement. His agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Burks' shot is good.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Embiid, the pass to Scott. Outside Robinson. 76ers moving the ball around. Burks against Irving. Burks kicks to Robinson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Alec Burks. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Dinwiddie, and he gets the bucket. And the Nets lead by 2.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Milton. Pass to Thibault. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Scott. Here's Thibault. And it's off from three-point range. 1:53 left here in the second. Jordan finds Dinwiddie. Here's Luwawu. No points in the game yet for him. Off target with his three. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's LeVert in for Luwawu. And then for Philadelphia, Al Horford is checked in for Scott. Harris comes in for Robinson. And it's Richardson in for Matisse Thybulle. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Dinwiddie wide open. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. To the middle, here's Milton, and the powerful one-handed slam.
That those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, Tobias Harris is a great scorer, and he's had multiple NBA stops, and I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
Simmons checked in for Philadelphia, and Harris drops them both.
Yeah, a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Durant. Again, the Nets for 2.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Richardson up top. Dinwiddie covering. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Korkmaz passes to Horford. Simmons against Harris. And it's good, 2 points.
Nice step in from the line that time by Harris. Gets those looks because you've got to respect his 3.
Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what...
That first half, waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Outside Irving. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Here's Irving. He trains the quick shot. Irving's got 15 points.
And the confidence Irvin has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Outside, Simmons. 5 on the clock. Knocks it loose. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Simmons got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers. The net shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. And stolen by Simmons. Richardson kicks to Embiid. Allen with the rebound.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Three-pointer, LeVert. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Irving. LeVert against Horford. Shot clock at 6. And it's LeVert missing. Philadelphia leading by 3. Inside. And the dunk by Horford.
How about Horford showing you that he knows a little bit about elevation? The big fella bouncing to the rack.
Irving up top. Guarded by Simmons. And that one's good, Irving.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Irving against Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Harris, right side. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Nets trail by 5. Durant feeling it out a bit. It's LeVert on the wing. Trains the three-pointer.
You know, I think this is big for LeVert's confidence because the more he connects from distance, I think the more dangerous he'll become as a shooter and offensive player.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Here's Irving. Goes back up. Allen passes to Irving. Dinwiddie kicks to KD. And finished off by KD.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic is slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
The pass to Allen. Dinwiddie outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. The lead is 2. Simmons left side. And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. 17 seconds left to play here in the third. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That evens the score. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
Burks the pass to Scott. Just 3 on the clock. No good at the rim.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
That's the end of the third. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Brooklyn has possession. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. That puts them in the lead. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Here's Korkmaz, power down with both hands.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Here's Luwawu. Jacks up a three. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, this is where Jordan really does most of his eating. Finishing after setting a solid screen.
Burks with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And Jordan sends it back. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Now here's Irving. From past the arc. Out to the right wing. Here's Luwawu. Kicks it out to Prince. Irving with a clean look. Nets passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Missed it, even after all those chances. Milton with it. Harris is there. A shot by Milton, no good. Nets leading by 3.
You know, overall now, in terms of defensive strategy, sending Jordan.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Tell you what, I don't think there's been a single shot that Irving has wanted and didn't get so far.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. To the inside and stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Scott. Horford comes in for Korkmaz. Robinson is subbed in for Shake Milton. The kick out to Irving from the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 3. And he finishes nicely on the way up. Irving's got 26 points.
Kyrie, not a bad answer. He'll give you the needed hoop when you need it most.
And here's Burks. To tie it up. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
Do not expect anything less from Irving. A clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 4 points in the quarter.
Horford handling his business. That's why experience is so valuable.
Back to Irving. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Irving's got 31 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Burks the pass to Thybulle. Horford in the post, guarded by Prince. Robinson for 3. And the 76ers get it back. Embiid finds Horford. And here's Burks. To the wing on the left. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And that's Horford for you. I mean, that's what he does. He's a guy who brings toughness and great concentration to what he does in the paint.
And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
LeVert with a wide open look. It's good from long range.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
The other part I like is the shooting. I do like the aiming a little bit. I think it adds a little bit more of a skill gap to the game. It's less about just muscle memory and more about you have to match the notch on the meter and all that. It just makes it a little more advanced. But of course, the old timing is still there if people want to switch back to that. So it's
up next. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. DA, take it.
Hey, Kevin.
It sure has. Thanks, DA. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Walker. Pass to Tice. Got it. Good job in the low post. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Shot clock at 2. He gets that one.
Well, if you take away the 3 and you take away the drive, Kemba Walker simply gets to his mid-range game. That's why scoring at 3 levels is huge.
Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Now here's Brown. There's Walker with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Walker's got 7 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Stolen by Walker.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
And the dunk by Brown.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 11. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
And it's Walker penetrating. The kick out to Brown. Passes to Hayward. Now here's Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
That's something about all these turnovers. Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
Simmons can't get it to go.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Embiid with the steal. Here's Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Oh, the display of a little quickness on the drive. Al Horford, sensational.
Celtics leading by 10. Walker the pass to Tatum over Horford. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Walker.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They push it up 4 on 3. Lays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got 6 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Simmons got a hand on it. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. The finish, and finished off by Brown.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now here's Tatum after Ben Simmons' miss, and the shot goes in. And that's now 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kemba Walker picks one up for Philadelphia. They have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one early.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robinson comes in for Al Horford. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Ben Simmons. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Robert Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Alec Burks checked in for the 76ers. Burks finds Robinson. Here's Thybulle. Another miss by Philadelphia. Celtics leading by 19. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Brown. The tray. Scott pulls it in. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And the dunk by Robinson.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Tipped away. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Brown wide open, he fires. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Celtics. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Korkmaz in at the small forward position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, if you can believe it, before Jaylen Brown went to the draft, one executive said the Cal Berkeley star was too smart. Brown says, when athletes are also informative, it can intimidate. We get pushback for our outside interests. The whole shut up and dribble movement is big, and I'm a part of that movement. Guys?
Strong story, DA, there. Thanks. Here's Wanamaker. He's got 5. Smart kicks to Brown. 5 to shoot. Williams passes to Smart. That 3 off the mark. The 76ers trail by 21.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Kanter, the pass to Brown. Smart, wide open, he fires. Off target from the wing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And that one's good. Korkmaz. Now with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
The 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And finished off by Robinson.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Thibault, that's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
And there's the call on Matisse Thibault. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Robert Williams. Tatum, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Now the 76ers with it. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Williams with the block. And stolen by Harris. Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Smart finds Walker. Celtics passing it around. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points. Really left alone that time. Hayward's got his first 3 points of the game.
The fast release makes Gordon Hayward such a difficult check. If the defense is giving him any space, forget about it.
For 3, Harris. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Celtics leading by 14. Here's Tatum. Good work defensively by Richardson. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Guys, I know we've discussed this many times, but I don't think statistics really reflect Al Horford's true value. This guy is a terrific player and a pro's pro.
The first one falls. And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. And there's the pass to Tice. The kick out to Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. Now Walker, 9 points in the game so far. And good that time. Walker's got 11.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
No good from Simmons.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots? Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Here's Tatum from deep. Walker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Kemba Walker was the story in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 5 assists, and
wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is asking.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his third foul of the game. And here's Richardson outside, drills the three-pointer. Richardson's got it back down to within single digits for the 76ers. And now the fast break, Embiid with the ball. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And remember now, Embiid lost 20 pounds during the summer of 19. There, looking light on his feet in transition.
Outside Tatum. Brown feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 8 points for Jason Tatum.
The very definition of an unselfish star. Kemba Walker doing work with the pass.
Simmons on the wing. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
90 seconds now into the second half. Hayward on the wing. Walker against Simmons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. On a team filled with, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Al Horford. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Here's Smart. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Back to Burks. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Korkmaz. And the 3 off target.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Horford comes in for Korkmaz. Richardson, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Tatum passes to Williams. In the corner, Tatum with it. A minute 42 left to play in the third. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got 7 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. Brown comes in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Back to Walker. Pass to Canner. He kicks to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And it's Brown missing. The 76ers trail by 11. Harris finds Embiid. Here's Simmons. And the layup falls. 12 points for him.
I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Passes it to Walker. Hayward on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Well, you have to appreciate the fundamentals that Gordon Hayward possesses. This guy is a tremendous shooter. He's an aggressive rebounder, smart passer, playmaker. What can he do, guys?
Kicks to Brown. Here's the three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Shake Milton is out there with Richardson. And it's Robinson in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That passing ability is important to complement his scoring ability.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Hayward right side.
Switch.
Fires for 3. Not going to go that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. The drive by Simmons. And it's blocked by Brown.
Wow, twice on the pipe. Jaylen Brown with a message for the offense. Nice.
Smart's checked in for Boston. Richardson for 3. And Boston with the rebound. And here come the Celtics again. Boston with the fast break. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
No good from Simmons.
Much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7", with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team.
Pass to Tice. Nice ball movement by Boston. And a wide open look for Walker. Busted. No good that time either. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And it's in there.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Boston.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for the 76ers. And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. Green, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Williams passes to Wanamaker. Busted. No good that time either. The 76ers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. A nice shot by Simmons.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
Wanamaker the pass to Green. Here's Kanter, guarded by Embiid. Smart deciding where to go with it. Puts it up from 12. That shot no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Simmons. The shot from the low post is good.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Celtics.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jaylen Brown.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Simmons. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Jimmy Ojale comes in for Smart. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. From 11 feet away, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so here is Philadelphia. It's an 18-point game. Thibault can't get it to go. The pass to Wanamaker. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Kanter, the pass to Wanamaker. There's the three. No good. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.
it's up to your preference. I gave shot aiming a try, and it's worked out well for me.
When you look at all the feedback from Reddit and some of the ideas, what's one of the coolest things you've seen in terms of like ideas for the future?
There was a suggestion to have a historical My League where you can start in any year in history with all the legends back then.
We are nearly ready for...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Celtics, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at center.
Talk about an unsung hero, Daniel Tice. Last offseason, he agreed to a 2-year deal with the Celtics worth $10 million. Just another great signing by Danny Ainge.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And see, Webb, when you look at all that Tice provides for this team, it's amazing he doesn't get more credit.
Well, you're right, Jay, but he is surrounded by great players who deserve to attract the limelight. But he can rebound, defend, set picks. He can stretch the floor, and every year he continues to improve.
Shot clock at 5. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You got to know that Irving is an excellent mid-range shooter. But then again, where isn't he a great shooter?
On the wing, Brown. Three-pointer. Brooklyn with the rebound. Now Irving. We're about 1 minute into the first. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got his second bucket.
Oh, you better stick with Irving. You can't allow him any separation in the pick and roll.
Brown drives in. Pass to Tice. Hayward on the wing. Cans it from downtown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here are the Nets. Dinwiddie outside. Katie against Tatum. Durant the pass to Allen. Drops in the layup for 2.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Tice. Inside. Tatum. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Tatum is lanky. Long. You think you got him defended. He ends up getting to the foul line.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to 3, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now Fultz is starting to pick it up a little bit, though. Watch him. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right. Certain deals can define a franchise. And Ainge, he's unafraid to take chances.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Here's Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And although he's smaller, Walker doesn't fear going inside. He knows he can get his shot over anyone.
Irving up top. Defended by Tice. Irving's shot is good.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Tatum. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
Stolen by Walker. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Hayward leading the charge. Tice finds Hayward. Wide open look. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Walker against Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Irving surveying the floor. Shoots over Walker. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
One of the best point guards in the league, getting inside and finish. Kyrie Irving.
Hayward dishes to Walker. Back to Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brown. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Oh, man, you got to love the awareness from Tatum, assessing the situation and making sure to get off a quality shot in time.
And a wide open look for Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. 11 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Irving against Walker. Outside Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. A shot's good from Irving.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Outside Irving. Top of the key jumper, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Luwawu is out there with Irving. Then there's Allen. Then there's Harris. And it's Prince in at the 4 spot.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
And I remember a lot of scouts wondered whether Brown could ever become a 20-point-per-game scorer. That question was answered in only his 4th season.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take long for him to answer that question. And he did it in a variety of ways. He hit more threes, drew more fouls, did a better job of converting at the rim. And the scary part is, it feels like he's just getting started.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. The dish to Cantor. Brown outside. Pass to Wanamaker. Clock at 6. Brown down low. Harris is there. Brown, good. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside Irving. Great touch on the 16-footer.
On a night like this, Irving forces the D to step back and to take his medicine. They can't do anything about it.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
Built to run. Brown can beat you down the floor, then finish the play.
Nets trail by 8. Here's Irving. 17 points in the game. On the wing, Irving. The 17-footer. Again, the Nets for 2.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Boston making a switch here. Ojelay's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Durant's checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie drives in. Harris outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the efforts being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
That is prime time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up the easy dunk.
Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. Hayward against KD. 6 on the shot clock. And KD throws it down.
I mean, when Durant gets a pick, he's dangerous. I mean, 7 foot tall. Who can handle it? How do you guard?
1:32 left in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Allen. Here's Tatum, and he drops it in from the low post. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
KD against Tatum. And here is KD. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And this is why Durant is a top talent. His ability to score even while getting fouled. An impressive athlete.
Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Celtics leading by 4. Walker the pass to Tice. And Tice throws it down.
Well, that's Walker's job. Keep the ball moving. Keep creating good opportunities.
LeVert finds Dinwiddie. Tatum against KD. And KD throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 4-point game. To the inside. Here's Jordan. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Walker against Dinwiddie. And Jordan sends it back. For Brooklyn, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
No good on the free throw. The Nets making a switch here. And he's good on the second. 8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, Walker. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it was all Jason Tatum in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Man, that's been a great offensive rhythm to their game. So many of their baskets have come off the 6. That's the sign of a...
And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in the corner.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And the basket by Tatum.
Refusing to let the defender alter his shot. Tatum's focus and drive, it's what helps him finish hard shots.
Irving can't hit.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Brown finds Tice. Outside Tatum. Back to Tice. The rebound by KD. Nets trail by 3. Here's Irving. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Irving's got 21.
Now look, an assist like that gets Durant more hyped than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Walker goes in, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
And with the Celtics entering that win-now mode last season, the acquisition of Walker just made too much sense.
Yeah, he's a proven winner. Dating back to college, Walker's made a ton of clutch shots in his career. GA, as long as he's in Boston, he'll have plenty of opportunities to continue that.
Another shot, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Allen. He's got 23.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Walker looking for an opening. On the wing, Brown. Back to Walker. Over Irving. Again, the miss by Walker.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief as they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Boston making some changes. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Then for the Nets, Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Irving for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Cantor. The feed to Williams. A putback. It's good on the putback. Cantor's got the game tied up here for Boston.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game. Smart's checked in for Boston. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Allen. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Durant.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him in tough shots this quarter.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Outside Irving. Goes up at the stripe, and they pick up 2. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
Wanamaker the pass to Smart. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis. But Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
The Nets have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. The first free throw is good.
Well, Irving came into this league as a terrific three-point shooter, and I think he's only getting better with age if he can.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And he makes both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Brooklyn trailing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving has proven to be a sensational teammate.
Here's Wanamaker, and he converts the layup. Wanamaker's got 6.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Irving with it. From deep three-point range, the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Harris is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's LeVert in at the 3, the small forward.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Here's Hayward. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Irving, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And Walker, the definition of a creative finisher. No foul, no problem.
Irving kicks to Jordan. Harris outside. And on the way from Irving for 3. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 35 in the game.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Here's Walker. It's deflected. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Boston making some changes. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Tatum comes in for Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. Then for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Walker in the post, covered by Irving.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Stolen by Allen. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn leading by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Allen kicks to LeVert. Nets passing it around. Allen finds KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, it's not just on the offensive end that Hayward contributes. A solid defender as well.
Back to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got 40 points.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Here's Walker, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He enjoys having the ball in his hands during crucial possessions, and the way Walker plays tonight, it's clear.
The Nets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Dinwiddie right side. It's stolen by Brown. Tatum with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Hayward dishes to Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Cloak loose, stolen by Walker. And the pass to Hayward. Here's Tice. Kicks to Walker. Outside Tatum. Hayward against LeVert. Hayward passes to Tatum.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
KD passes to Irving. Kept alive. Allen kicks to LeVert. Pass to KD. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Now here's Tatum. There's the triple. It's off. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
back then and start a team there, and then bring them all the way to present day. And you'll cycle through different eras, different players.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Ah, that's beautiful. A view of the... And with...
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Irving. From 13, the shot's good.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
Now Simmons. Richardson outside. Clock at 6. From 12 feet out. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season, and yet they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Here's Irving, following the score by Josh Richardson.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Harris outside. He dishes it to Horford. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Irving with the ball. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Takes it from 10. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Here's Philadelphia, trailing by 2. Here's Richardson, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you got to love when Richardson gets the defense to commit and make a mistake there.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Simmons against Irving. Pass to KD. Back to Irving. Offensive rebound. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, you know, we've talked about LeVert's vertical before, guys, and they're using it to be a force on the glass.
Simmons against Irving. Horford in the post. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in.
Well, this is a staple, a pillar of Irving's attack. You got to be up on him or he'll pull up on the dime.
Embiid against Jordan. And it's blocked by Jordan. And a wide open look for Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
1:14 left here in the first quarter. And here's Burks. From deep. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Luau. Outside Irving. There's the pass to Luau. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. He can't get it to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Oh, and here comes Robinson all alone.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Good. Irving's got 8 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now, here's Thibault. He feeds it to Embiid. A shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
This is where Embiid burns you the most. I mean, mainly because of his size and such a soft touch.
Irving for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. 11 points in the game. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
Boy, Embiid wants to own the inside on both sides of the floor. He is a force in the paint and relishes hitting those.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got Shake Milton, Joel Embiid out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Here's Korkmaz. Horford trying to free himself up. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Korkmaz. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jordan. No good with the layup. Simmons with it. Guarded now by Prince. And stolen by Prince. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Luau. Guarded by Simmons. Luau's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Outside for Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got his first basket.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Here's Luau. And the Nets miss again. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Here's Scott. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Prince. And that one is stuffed right through.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
The 76ers trail by 3. Outside, Simmons. Jordan with some nice D.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's Luwawu, defended by Milton. Luwawu's shot is off. 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Josh Richardson comes in for Shake Milton. And then for Brooklyn, Karis LeVert comes in for Luwawu-Cabarrot, and Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. From 12 feet out, up again, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Brooklyn.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Horford's shot is good.
Guys, the passing ability and IQ of Ben Simmons, both amazing.
Outside Irving. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. An even 3-on-3 break. Richardson the pass to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
LeVert kicks to Harris. Offensive rebound, Nets. The 76ers trail by 3. The feed now to Harris.
You know, looking to score often from there, Harris is excellent at drawing the defense's attention and fouls.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Irving against Richardson. Baseline try. 2 points. That one goes. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Richardson gets a wide-open look. Another miss by Philadelphia. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 15 points and 1 block. He's been a different player than he was. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the 4 for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Irving for 3. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Here's Durant. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Irving dishes to Allen. Back to Irving. Pass to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Wow, came this close to a 4-point. And yet we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Horford. And Alec Burks subbed in for Ben Simmons. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. Another miss by Philadelphia. Brooklyn leading by 7. To the middle. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And guys, Caris LeVert can do so much while he's on the basketball floor. The problem for LeVert is just staying on the basketball floor.
Yeah, injuries have really slowed him down the last couple of years, Greg, and it's unfortunate because this kid's an outstanding player. He gets it done in every way as a wing scorer. He can make plays, he can defend, he can score the ball. LeVert says he tries to model his game after Penny Hardaway, and if he can stay healthy, I don't think that comparison's too far off.
Here's Harris, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Making the defense look absolutely clueless. At times, Harris just makes very hard shots look easy.
Here's Richardson, and it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pass to LeVert. Back to KD. Kicks it out to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Back to KD. Allen trying to break free. KD's shot is off. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 9-point game. Burks, great positioning on the putback. The Nets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Outside Durant. Lets the 3 fly, and the 3 ball is good. KD's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Burks against Dinwiddie. It's LeVert on the wing. The pass to Harris. Back to LeVert. It's Durant on the wing. 5 to shoot. Over Harris. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Durant's got 7 now in this quarter. Harris passes to Milton. good on the shot.
Hey, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Harris dishes to Dinwiddie. Here's KD. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Robinson in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Back to Irving. Over Simmons, and the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid's is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Outside Robinson. It's tipped and stolen by Jordan. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Prince wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 76ers trail by 10. Feeds it to Horford. He gets it in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now LeVert. Clock at 6. Passes it to Irving for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
So for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Taurean Prince. Here's Irving. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, his job is really to carry the load offensively, and that's exactly what Irving is doing tonight.
Down low, here's Horford. Pass to Korkmaz. For the 3. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Al Horford.
Leave it to the veteran, Al Horford, to come up big. That could be a huge play in this game.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Harris comes in for Korkmaz. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Brooklyn has possession. Allen kicks to Durant. LeVert against Richardson. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, you give Karis LeVert that kind of positioning, guys. I mean, he's going to finish with power.
Simmons inside. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul. First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6.
I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
The shot by Irving. It's hauled in by Harris.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Simmons, and he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
Hey, when the game is tight and snug, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to do so.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Count it!
Joel Embiid on top of things there, folks, recognizing a big possession and commanding the ball.
Irving with it. Launches it. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 32 points.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Horford dishes to Simmons. To the inside. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
Irving kicks to LeVert. Back to Irving. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Inside. Oh, that's blocked. But they'll get another chance. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a... David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
You can change history. Maybe MJ never retires, or maybe MJ retires and never comes back. You get to make that decision.
That's an awesome idea. All right, so what is something you are looking forward to when it comes to the thought of the next generation of the NBA 2K series?
An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location. Now it's ended.
Well, Kevin and Doc.
Thanks, David. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. Pass to Simmons. Stolen by Walker. Brown with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. And stolen by Richardson. The tray. Here's Embiid. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Now here's Walker. No good on the three. Now Horford to the paint. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Horford.
Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Chalk up 2 there.
I think there's a strength that belies that frame of Jason Tatum. He just powers right through right there.
In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from three.
Now Embiid, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
And Embiid drops them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And the dunk by Brown.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
Outside, Simmons. Richardson gets a wide open look. Embiid. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 6.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here's Tice. Hayward passes to Tice. The kick out to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. For 3, Richardson. And Tatum pulls it down.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Brown the pass to Tice. Brown with it, picked up by Brown. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And here we go. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way. He's still able to complete the play.
Now the pass to Tice. Hayward on the wing. Sinks the three-pointer. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Enes Kanter comes in for Daniel Tice, and Smart subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Ben Simmons. Walker finds Brown. Back to Walker. Unloads. And that one hits back iron.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Now, here's Thybulle. Guarded by Walker. To the inside. Burks in the corner. Here's Scott. They get it again. Embiid. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Smart passes to Cantor. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Embiid.
I'll tell you, Cantor's jump shot is very consistent. The defense has got to respect it, which is why that pump fake becomes effective.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Kemba Walker. And the second free throw, good. Philadelphia leading by 4. Burks with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He kicks it to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Lobs it up for Cantor. And Wanamaker gets it to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Scott the pass to Embiid. The fader. And the basket is good. Embiid's got 10.
And with an expanding skill set, Embiid is able to hit shots from all over the court.
The scoring fast and furious as we... And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how...
I'm the youngest of 4 boys, so is anybody who has siblings...
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
You have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
We've got Williams, also Enes Kanter out there. Ojale is out there with Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1. That's the Boston 5.
And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Burks can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Smart kicks to Kanter. Back to Smart. Fires the 3. They get it back. Here's Williams. And the layup is good. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Burks for three. No good on the shot. And it's Boston the other way. Down low. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Williams comes in for Robert Williams. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Semi Ojeleye. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. Brown down low, defended by Milton. Count that bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Horford high post. In the corner, it's Robinson. Passes to Burks. From deep three-point range. And Boston with the rebound. Tice has got his fourth rebound in this one. Brown the pass to Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Burks against Brown. Out to Harris. Pass to Milton. The 76ers with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Out to Hayward. It's stolen by Milton. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Brown the pass to Tice. Nice ball movement by Boston. A pass to Hayward, and Hayward with the stuff.
Gordon Hayward, such a strong connection with his guys. I'll tell you, the alley-oop is pretty.
Milton the pass to Burks. Second chance shot. From deep. A shot by Milton, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And Hayward gets it to go.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Horford kicks to Robinson. Burks on the wing. Milton the pass to Horford. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The 76ers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
Boston making some changes. Tatum, he's checked in for Hayward. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Josh Richardson's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burks. Tice kicks to Walker. The 3 from Tatum. Scott pulls it in. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Simmons. Nice move. And Simmons slams it in.
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
Walker taking his time here. Back to Tatum. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were always within striking distance. And that
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Right side Horford.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
The 76ers trail by 5. Outside, Simmons. Poked away. Harris dishes to Simmons. Back to Harris. He had Simmons atop the key. Left side, Horford. And stolen by Hayward. Floats it up for Walker. Tatum passes to Brown. Bucket is good. Now it's a 7-point Boston lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And stolen by Hayward. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Tatum. Brown's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Simmons inside. Tice is there. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Walker. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Hayward on the wing. Shoots the 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
Hayward on the wing. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. There's Brown with the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Horford no luck.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Hayward right side. Dishes to Brown. Back to Hayward. Takes the 3. Tatum passes to Brown. Tice with the ball. Guarded by Embiid. Here's Brown. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Celtics. Robert Williams comes in for Daniel Tice. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Korkmaz checked in for Harris. And Simmons kicks to Horford. Lots of room. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
The kick out to Walker. Celtics passing it around. The pass to Smart. Hayward on the wing. From the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Pass to Simmons. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
To the middle. Williams kicks to Smart. Back to Williams. Shoots over Embiid. Got a piece of it. Here we go. 1-on-1. Here's Korkmaz. There's the feed to Embiid. Left side, Horford. Over Williams. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Al Horford.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Smart passes to Walker. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Williams, and the rejection by Embiid.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
To stop the drought. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Celtics out in front, leading by. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Celtics, Jason Tatum is out there with Williams. Then there's Smart. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. Richardson the pass to Thibault. Outside, Scott. And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That's his first foul. Celtics making a switch here. Ogilvy is checked in. Outside, Scott. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Wanamaker the pass to Ogilvy. Back to Wanamaker. Smart dishes to Kanter. Left side, Williams. Passes it to Wanamaker. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Scott. Embiid against Smart. Back to Embiid. And it's Thibault in the corner. Pass to Scott. He feeds it to Embiid to take the lead. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. Boston trailing. Here's Wanamaker. From down in the low post, it goes. Here's Richardson. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Korkmaz bangs home the trifecta.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Inside, here's Kanter. Up and in on the layup. Kanter's got the game tied up here for Boston.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. A putback. Ogilvy grabs the rebound. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. That's tipped. Fast break, Philadelphia. Thibault kicks to Korkmaz. Back to Thibault. Harris up top from the high post. They grab their own miss. Takes a 3. But he recovers it. And there's the pass to Richardson. Feeds it to Embiid. Harris to the middle. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that interior presence of Embiid. Guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Outside, Smart. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Richardson outside. Here's Korkmaz. That one wide left.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
How about the poise of Marcus Smart under duress? Delivers a big-time shot.
Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Smart. Richardson for three. The rebound by the Celtics. Cantor's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Smart goes in. Here's Williams. Back to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Ojoy passes to Cantor. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Wanamaker. From 10 feet out. Korkmaz grabs the miss. The 76ers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Got a piece of it. Williams with the steal. Cantor kicks to Williams. Knocked away. Outside, Smart. Buries the triple.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 3. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys,
just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. It's Brown with the drive. Here's Williams. Money!
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments.
No good there. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those...
series?
Well, graphics is going to be a big thing. You know, we saw that leap the last time we had a generation jump. But even more so than that, I want to see a whole new movement system and just the physics behind the game. You know, I want the players to feel
But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between and David.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center position. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. Hayward kicks to Tatum. Back to Hayward. Shoots over LeVert. And too long on the shot. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Back to KD. Over Hayward. Allen. It's good on the putback.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Now here's Hayward. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Trains it from beyond the arc.
An exceptionally polished scorer for his age. Tatum's lethal from the perimeter.
To the left wing. Back to Irving. Puts it up from 12. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Tice finds Tatum. Outside, Walker. Passes it to Tice. Excellent D there from Allen.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
To the paint. And slam dunk by Allen.
Now look, an assist like that gives Durant more height than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
Out to Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
Ooh, I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last strip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brown right side. Outside Tatum. Down low. Tice kicks to Tatum. Shot clock at 3. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Durant. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Irving. And then for Boston, Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And Harris wide open. He shoots, knocks down the 3 ball.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Tatum on the wing. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Good on the bucket. Tatum's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Prince. Allen finds Dinwiddie. Offensive rebound. Harris outside. Prince, the pass to Dinwiddie. Jordan with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Jordan dishes to Dinwiddie. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Prince wide open. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Canner. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Prince. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Dinwiddie kicks to Prince. Back to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Wanamaker. And again, Boston with the triple.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. I mean, attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's Allen, top of the key. It's hauled in by Wanamaker.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Here's Smart, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
Allen for the 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics out in front. They lead by a bucket. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
On the court for the Celtics, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the point guard. Now, here is Irving. Lets it go from 11. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
The pass to Williams. Williams trying to break free. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics. Nobody near Irving. The 19-footer is on the money.
Look, he makes the D pay. Irving, if you stay off of him, he likes to torch you with the pull-up.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. On the wing, Harris. Back to Irving. The feed to Jordan. Pass to Luau. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Walker with the rebound. So it's Boston now. Outside Williams. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's LeVert in for Harris. Boston also with the sub. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Now, here's Tice. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Walker the pass to Williams. Boston needs to get off a shot. Over Durant. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brooklyn trailing. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Passes it to Luau. Irving up top, guarded by Walker. Here's Jordan. It's blocked. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Floats it up for Williams. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You can't leave guys open around Walker, I'll tell you that. He sees when the defense is overcommitted.
Irving against Walker. Shot from 12. It's tipped. Jordan kicks to LeVert. Pass to KD. They get it back, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Cantor checked in for the Celtics. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Now, here's Walker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Smart on the wing. There's the pass to Tice. Outside, Walker. Just 5 on the clock. From the baseline. Cantor's shot is off. Nets trail by 4. Luwawu, the pass to Durant. Tries from 16, and that one is good. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot. The Celtics also changing it up. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Hayward. Jaylen Brown comes in for Marcus Smart, and Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Irving. LeVert with the wide open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Here's Wanamaker. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. That one good for 2.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Wanamaker. He's covered by Irving. Back to Wanamaker. Beyond the arc. Cantor controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Irving surveying the floor. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Here's Brown. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They're in good. And that'll do it for our halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Dinwiddie left side for the lead. The shot that time not on target. Now Boston takes it the other way. Pass to Tatum. Tice inside. Working on Allen. Tatum finds Tice. And it's sent back by Allen. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. The wide open look for Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Durant's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. To the inside. And Hayward with the stuff.
And there's the athleticism. Hayward, he's proven he can get up and finish with power.
And a move Hayward perfected last season, coming to a full stop in the lane and hitting that little short jumper.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, he'd stop and defenders would just keep going. Every player uses different tactics to create separation. For Hayward, that became his go-to move off the bounce.
Now here's Walker, following the shot by Kevin Durant. Outside Tatum, the three-pointer is right on target. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces in his pass.
Shoots from the line, and that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 8 points.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he should. Solid from that in-between there.
Down low. And Tice gets it to go. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And on the way from Irving for 3, Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Smart after Taurean Prince's bucket. Smart goes in. Williams kicks to Smart. Tice passes to Williams. Looking for Tice. He gets it there. The 19-footer is on the money. Tice has got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Over to the wing. On the wing, Harris. Guarded by Tatum. Kept alive. Pass to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 to shoot. A nice shot by Harris. .105 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Tatum. Williams against Harris. Williams kicks to Tatum. Tice passes to Tatum. The 3. Williams dishes to Tatum. Clock at 2. Pass to Williams. Shot from 16. The putback, and Williams is right there.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Back to Prince. Outside Jordan. On the wing, Harris. Guarded by Tatum. Celtics leading by 7.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
To the left side wing. Dinwiddie wide open. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Boston Celtics heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Boston, we've got Williams. Williams is out there with Ojale. Then there's Smart, and it's Wanamaker in the point.
What I really love about this kid, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
Now here's LeVert. Stolen. Williams scanning the floor. Ojale passes to Wanamaker. Williams against Prince. Shot clock at 6. Wanamaker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trail by 9. And here's Harris from the arc. Jordan kicks to Prince. And the pass to Luwawu. Lays it up and banks it in.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Dinwiddie's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Harris. Now here's Walker. He kicks to Cantor. Back to Walker. Stolen by Allen. Durant, he's open. Rebounded by the Celtics.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
Irving, good.
Irving makes it look so easy. His jumper is on point from this spot.
It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. 7-point differential. Out to the right wing. Hayward from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 5th assist in this one. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Garrett Temple has checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Fires from 18. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Celtics leading by 8. Outside, Walker. Tatum on the wing. Left side, Walker. Cantor kicks to Tatum. This one for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
And here's Irving. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. From downtown, that one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kyrie Irving.
His 3-point shot does not let him down. One of the many ways Irving affects the game.
Now here's Walker. Brown outside. Back to Hayward. Pass to Tice. 5 to shoot. Out to Hayward. Over Temple, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. For the Nets, this one not looking good. KD passes to Irving. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Allen. The kick out to Irving. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hayward finds Tice. Hayward looking over the floor. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Tice against Irving. Over Tice. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. With the tip. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win.